I am sorry. Are you okay?
You're going to see it on MGM Grand. Only one will stand. And Bill Haney, William E. Haney come with that fight plan.
They didn't think some niggas out of Oakland was gonna push up on their ass, you dig?
TheBoxingVoice.com.
Well, tell the truth and shame the devil that Devin is a bad motherfucker.
WBC, the lightweight champion of the world.
Come get the real belts, not this ain't franchise shit.
That boy is good.
Bill Haney, say his name 3 times, pop up like candy, man.
When you talk about that, you talk about one of the best fighters in boxing.
SDS Promotions.
Because you thought tonight's crowd was pretty crazy, 80,000 in Australia. But
the crowd doesn't win fights, I do.
WBC, the lightweight champion of the world.
you ever been in Australia?
No, I never been, but I look forward to it. Going to go pick up some belts out there.
Didn't have to sell a chain to make a fight. All we got to do is make that flight. You gonna hide behind them judges, but Lord Devin Haney gonna stand above. I'm serious, George Cambosis. Dope.
I'd like to wish you all a very warm welcome to Australia, everyone.
I want to show all my experience, everything that it took to get to this point. I want to show the world.
Who's the best young fighter in the game?
Me, by far.
For the 54th consecutive round, Devin Haney has outlanded his opponent in total connect.
He can hit the mitts, he can hit the bag all he wants, but it's different when you're in there with Devin Haney.
Cambosos, you in trouble.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
You said a lot, you did a lot. Tomorrow, you're in trouble.
Pussy! I'd fight you in your backyard if I had to, because I know that I'm gonna beat you. And you'll see June 5th.
Wow.
The universally recognized undisputed lightweight champion of the world, Devin the Dream Haney.
SDS Promotions.
Yeah. What up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, and we're here to discuss Devin Haney, Paro, and that fight being dead in the water as Eddie Hearn revealed that Devin Haney wants more than $4 million to fight Paro. That's his tune-up price, so who knows what he really wants for a Paro fight. But this is what we're talking about, the fact that we're not going to get Devin Haney versus Paro to, round out the year. Hearn would love for Devin to come back in December, but Devin has a certain purse requirement that may keep him out of the ring. The article is insinuating that Devin is hoping Turki Al-Sheikh steps in and offers big money for his return, but Eddie feels that Turki won't do that because he doesn't want any tune-ups, and he's only ready to pay for the big names, which are tough fights. And Hearns just believes it's within Devin Haney's best interest to get a tune-up before going up against the top level. But this is what we're discussing. If you're interested, feel free to call in. We got Discord available and Twitter Spaces available. And I quote, ultimately, when Devin says, when the numbers make sense, that basically means that the fight is not going to happen because Devin is in a really interesting spot, said promoter Eddie Hearn to the Cricks Monix podcast, discussing the unlikelihood of Devin Haney facing the IBF welterweight champion. Junior welterweight champion, light welterweight champion, Paro next. And I quote, without Riyadh's season, if I am Devin Haney, I have to come back in almost a confidence-building fight. He may not like the terms, but if I was representing him and guiding his career, that's what I would be doing, said Hearn. So Hearn wants to put him in $1 million tune-up fight. Devin believes he deserves a $4 million plus tune-up fight. And, we could be anywhere with this, right? Different reports on all the pay-per-view numbers outside of the Loma. We had Loma coming in at $150,000, which should cover a $4 to $5 million purse. the Regis fight, two different reports, 50,000 and 130,000. Again, which should cover the purse. Probably. I mean, 130 on the lower side, probably a little more difficult to cover that Devin Haney purse plus the, champion. But Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney pay-per-view buy is about 500, and Dan Rayfield reports 345, I believe. So, Devin arguably is shown with those three fights that he can command those purses. Obviously, the Ryan and Devin fight wasn't as big as the Tank and Ryan, but it did bring in anywhere from 345,000 pay-per-view buys to 500 pay-per-view buys, 500,000. And I quote, "The money he gets for a confidence-building fight probably doesn't get him out of bed," said Hearn. "I think Devin, sometimes you have to strip it back a little bit, and go back to the basics. I need to rebuild a little bit." So, again, Hearn adamant that Devin should get a tune-up. And I quote, "One of the biggest fights in boxing is Devin Haney against Ryan Garcia rematch. He cannot go into that fight without having a confidence booster. But it's very difficult to get a confidence booster and get $4 million. He also needs to sit back and take $1 million for a relatively straightforward fight." So again, that's where you get the information. He says, but it's very difficult to get a confidence booster and get $4 million. So, he must want more for Liam Paro because, Eddie is talking about confidence boosters, and that can't be Liam Paro. You can't be calling Liam Paro a confidence booster, even though further in the article it goes on to state via Eddie that he believes Liam Paro fight is the only fight right now that Devin could potentially be the favorite in, even coming off of that fiasco. So maybe he is counting Liam Paro out and very, very high on Devin because he's certainly insinuating that Paro is a tune-up by that quote. And I don't think he is, right? But he goes on to say he almost needs to sit back and take $1 million for a relatively straightforward fight. He's hoping that His Excellency, Turki Al-Sheikh, will come to the table, said Chris Mannix about Haney, counting on Turki paying his fortune for a low-level risk fight. Now, that's Chris Mannix, not Eddie Hearn. Eddie comes back and says, of course, everybody is hoping His Excellency. So everybody's waiting on His Excellency and hoping for His Excellency is what Eddie confirmed. He said, I heard he was hopping on October 12th that he would be on that card, said Mannix. And Eddie comes back and says, we had a chat. I took Devin to His Excellency at the front row of the LA card at the BMO Stadium and introduced him. He went and saw him a couple of weeks after. There were talks about October 12th, His Excellency, like Devin Haney. I think he will get an opportunity. The problem is His Excellency isn't going to want Devin in a confidence builder fight. He's going to want him in a fight against Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Davis, and that's not the fight for Devin Haney. Devin needs to get out in December sometime. You need to forget about the money and say, I need this for my own development. But money is everything and the key to those guys. All they think about is the purse instead of the development of his career. Haney's still a young man, said Hearns. Meaning, he can still redevelop, rebuild. And I quote, if he gets the next move wrong, his career will be over because he won't come back. He would have made 15 to 20 million in the bank, lovely, but that's where you'll need the hunger. You need the right people around you to make the right decisions, said Hearn. So again, Hearn very adamant on Devin taking a lesser fight. And I quote, if you could make any fight for Devin Haney before the end of the year, what would you do? Said Mannix. I like the Paro fight because he's arguably a favorite in that fight, but you don't know how he's going to come back after the Ryan Garcia performance, said Hearn about Haney. So that's pretty much all the quotes. No, we got one more. I would make a catchweight fight between 140 and 147, but you've got to make the right bit of matchmaking, said Hearn, about what he would like for Devin. Because then he's not getting a lot of money. They're not going to want to fight anyone dangerous, so it's a real quick, difficult spot. Excuse me, it's a real difficult spot. So, we'll see what eventually happens. I was excited for the potential Paro fight. It was a great bounce back fight to show the world that he's still there. So it just sucks that this one is falling apart. But phone lines are open if you want to call in. This is what we're discussing. I got Discord available and Twitter Spaces available. Jersey Bob on the check-in. What up? Jersey Bob. All right. You seem to have a connection issue.
Hello?
Okay. I hear you
No,
now.
my bad, my bad. Uh, had on mute. Let me ask you a question, man. What is going on with these boxers, man, and they demands, man? Devin wants $4 million. I know he ain't lose, but coming off of we'll call a questionable performance, he won $4 million. Mario Barrios says, "Nah, I don't want to fight Boots." And fighting Ramos with 6 losses. I mean, what is going on in boxing, man? I don't understand what these guys are doing, what they're thinking about, man. Maybe you can explain to me is the turkey out of sheep? Where these guys get these money demands that aren't there? So help me out here, Ness.
Yeah, I got no answers for you, bro.
Come on, man, Devin. I mean, it wasn't a good performance. We just put it that way. Off that performance, you said I want $4 million. Make it make sense. I'm being serious. Make it make
Because
sense. I want $4 million.
in Devin Oz, if he takes a pay cut, he's acknowledging what happened. And in their eyes, that didn't happen because he cheated. That's why everything was overturned. So because everything was overturned, my minimum doesn't go down. You can't try to lowball me because someone cheated me. That's how he's looking at it. Because obviously no one would be complaining about Devin asking for $4 million had he beat Ryan and not lost. The issue is that, we watched them lose and you can't unsee what you saw.
I mean, so this power fight, Devin won $4 million. It's going to be on pay-per-view. So people going to pay for this fight.
I
I
don't
mean, that's the
know.
only way you're going to get $4 million, right? So it's going to be on pay-per-view. So you want the people to pay for a guy from Australia who's not well known. And I don't know. Well, I mean, the business side is like guys are going crazy. Please explain why Barrios is fighting Ramos. I know my time. Please. I don't want to fight
You
Boots.
know
They ain't
why.
offer me
You
enough
know
money.
why. You
I'll
know
fight
why.
Ramos.
But you know
Come
why.
on, man.
He fighting Ramos to further establish himself as the A side in the division. If he doesn't fight Ramos on the Netflix pay-per-view, on Netflix big card with Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, people could still argue that Ennis is the A side because he sold 4,000 tickets. This is just Mario Barrios and his team making sure that when they do take those unifications, they're the A side.
I'm fighting a guy who
You got to
can't
think.
win a big fight.
You got to
No
think.
disrespect to him.
You got to think.
He's never
That's
won
a
a big fight.
That's a big
Ramos
position
never
on
won
him.
a big fight.
Yeah, because it's not about Ramos. It's about giving Mario Barrios the exposure on the biggest card he's ever fought on.
You may feel like it's
All
your
right.
time,
Boston, where's that?
but
Hey,
it's
man,
not
that's
your
why
time.
Boston, where's that, man? Like, I mean, we could Boston could explode, man, but they don't want to make the fights. But all right, have a good night.
All right. Now I'm with you, man. I was shocked as well when they announced Mario Barrios, but I understand what they're trying to do. But I was shocked without a doubt. You know, I didn't get why Barrios was fighting Abel Ramos, but as I continued to read the press release, I realized, okay, you know, Jake Paul and his team reached out. They're being smart about cross promotion and promotion. They reached out to someone from San Antonio so that they could do that big fight in Arlington, Texas, you know, in the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. And, you know, a guy like Barrios is going to help you sell out that venue. Ahmed, what up?
Yes, Nesman. What was Eddie Hearn said? Because I didn't listen to the whole interview. Is Haney definitely coming back to fight Paro? Could you just sum up or repeat what Hearn was saying? Because I thought he ruled that fight out, Devin.
He did rule it out. That's what we're discussing. That that he's saying that Devin wants over $4 million.
Yeah, I don't think Devon can make 140 healthy. And if he comes back to fight him, if that's Paro, he'll have to travel, and there's a rehydration clause. Like, do you think Devon is better off moving up to 47? Because I know at the moment is essentially a dead division and it's hard to get any unifications. But Devon, because he does those, because he's a free agent or whatever, he does those deals with different networks. Maybe I don't know if it's gonna work out. I don't know if he could hold a shot of 47 to beat some of those guys, but maybe it's better. He has more of a chance at 47 because he doesn't have to kill himself to make that weight. And Barrios and I think Stanionis are probably winnable fights. I don't know about. I'd probably favor Butch to beat him, and I don't know about Norman because I need to see more of Norman. But Norman will have a size advantage. Essentially, do you think it's better if he just moves up to 47 right now?
I don't know, man. There was a time where we thought he was moving up after the Regis fight, so you know he also thought he was gonna fight Barrio. So it can make sense, but until we see him actually do it, you know, we gotta be wondering, can he do it?
Yeah, because Barrios and Pacquiao was the rumor, but apparently Pacquiao's fighting Ryan Garcia in I think you said that already, in exhibition.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that.
I mean, it's not official yet, but that's the rumors.
Yeah, I don't know if Barrios is waiting for that because that's still a big money fight. I don't think Stanionis or Barrios are fighting anytime soon. So Devon might be better off just moving up. That's my stance because I think at 140 he was killing himself. Crazy how was he like after one fight against Regis, the guy's already killing himself. The only thing is at 147, I don't know, does he have enough power or pop to keep those guys off? Because they're gonna be even bigger. Like guys like Norman, Stanionis, and even Boots. I know Barrios moved up, so maybe that won't be that big of a size disadvantage. But the other three are gonna be. I'd probably envisage they're gonna be all bigger than Devon, or just as big.
Nah, I hear
Do you agree or disagree?
I don't know if it'll be just as big.
Yeah, Devon rehydrated to 160 something against Progray. That's, I don't know, that's considerably a big like hydration over after the what is it weigh-in.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's
All
not your
right,
time.
man. I mean, we got to see, can he make that 10-pound rehydration? Is that going to be an issue?
Yes, it is. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm on my little downtown run this in the city. I tried to get A-Town to come up here, but he had to wait. You hear me? But you don't think he's passing himself out, man?
You sound muffled.
I say you don't think he's passing himself out? You can hear me?
You say I don't think he's pricing himself out. Again, in his mind, if he takes a pay cut, he's acknowledging that what happened.
I mean this. We not blind. You know what I'm saying? It happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, where's resilience there, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what's wrong with What's wrong with showing us, that's why a lot of us fuck with you because you went to Australia twice. You know what I'm saying? You already y'all was strategic on y'all movement, and then you got away with fighting all these smaller guys. You know what I'm saying? So for me, a lot of money, bro. Devin and Tank and all they ain't 1% of guys who really making money. You you prove yourself wrong, you back in the driver's seat. That's one thing about boxing. You as good as your last fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing. I feel like you need to go ahead and take this, bro. You just got knocked out, and then you get you in a title shot again. You got a chance to be undisputed again. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he need to go. But my thing is, man, it's that IBF. That's why he pricing himself out because he know that rehydration clause. You can't make move like that. You can't pull this now. You can't come in at 160 now. So that's my thing. He gon' if he gonna kill himself to make that weight, he won't 4 mil. Shit, I feel him. But this man, you ain't no more getting away with that weight bullying and shit. I'm out though. I'm a listen.
Nasty.
Word. What up, Tom?
What up?
What you think about this $4 million, 4 plus? Because the 4 million would be for a tune-up. He wants more than that for Paro.
4 milli? I mean, I hate discussing when people want their money, man. So I don't know. My thing is, don't fight Paro. Go ahead and fight Rolly Romero. Let's get the 2-for-1. You get Rolly out of the sport of boxing, drop him down to the limbs. Then you get back on a high horse because you done beat a common opponent with Gervonta Tank Davis. That's what we need. But right now, that 4 million, a little bit of delusion, just my opinion. Respectfully.
Word. I don't think it's delusion. I think for him, he's like, I don't got a loss. I had a mandatory minimum. That scenario and saga is behind me. You know, that got overturned. So if my record got overturned, my purse don't get changed either. You feel me? If I don't got a loss, I don't get a paid deduction. So I get it. He's trying to stand on that because if not, they force his market value down without actually losing. So you accept a pay cut. Now you beat Liam Paro. Now they just put you back where you already was. That's crazy.
I mean, we saw it though. Like, no casual fan knows what Devin was getting before this. The casual fan who's going to buy the tickets is going to know, hey, that was that guy that was getting left hooked to death. They don't even know about the Ostarine right now until we get a 24/7.
Nah, I hear you, man. But we know.
Yeah, I mean, hardcores know for sure. For sure. I'm just saying, like, Paro, why would he fight Paro right now? Like, you just got done fighting Ryan. Like, you need that soft touch, bro. Go fight Rolly, which is a high-profile fight, less risk, and that'll get you back, bro. Like, Rolly's there.
All right, Khaled, what up?
Yo, Nas, two-tone, y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, bet. I bet real quick before I comment on this Devin Haney Liam joint. While coming over the weekend real quick. Solid fights. I watched that Stephen Fulton joint. Stephen Fulton might got it's a new trainer and all that, so I'm going to be a little patient with him. But that's probably what it looked like when you move up to a weight class and you're not on steroids. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult. And now it's a difficult opponent, moving up, had the year layoff. He was in there with a tough guy. Brother had a good jab. You know what I'm saying? He was in there, it was tough. Really don't know if he won. I really don't think he won. I really don't. But, I mean, it's cool, though. I want to see the brother win. So, shout out to Stephen Fulton. Danny, go ahead, hang it up. Caleb Plant. Want to see my man Caleb Plant not. I want to see. I'm not against the him and Mr. Alvarez rematch. I think that he do need to fight a Jaime or a Berlanga first and maybe get a stoppage on them and all that. Cause I mean, he got a tough fight knockout. So he got some pop. But I do think you need to knock one of them off the board if you're gonna get the rematch. And I don't mind seeing that fight. I don't think he'll win, but I think it'll be a better fight coming off that second time around, especially since Mr. Alvarez older, different pace. I think it'll be a good fight. As far as the Devin Haney, oh yeah, and Canelo look good. And my man Two Tone, bro, you be wilding on these airways sometimes, bro. You was saying my man, Canelo. You said that Canelo looked old and all that. He would have got beat up. He could have lost. Fam, he wouldn't have lost, bro. He was in full control. He put the man down, and he tried to put him away in like round 3. So kind of punched himself out. Had to take 2 rounds off. After that, rest of the fight, I'm lining his shit up. Like I really was hitting him, lining him up. Anytime I wanted to push it together, I was putting my hands on him on a consistent basis. It's just Berlanga was
I mean,
tough. He was damn
Canelo
near
just at a
200
point of
pounds.
his career where he can't knock out C+ fighters anymore.
Yo, David Benavidez, if it's not 154 pounders, he don't knock them out. If it's
Hey,
not 154,
David right there ready
go
for
ahead.
the fade. He ready. Canelo the one that won 200 million in food stamps, not David.
David up there at 175. You know what I'm saying? Let's. I'm not gonna judge him off the first move up. I'm gonna be patient with my man because I like him as a fighter. But this next fight, I want to hear what your expectations gonna be once we hear who that guy is, because we got to look at him with a critical eye as well. So I feel like that's gonna be the next, how we gonna be looking at him. But off that, you know what I'm saying? Devin and Liam Paro, 4 million. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's not really high for like Devin Haney. I feel like he really should get the 4 million guarantee. I feel like at this point, maybe, and that's in Australia. I feel like they got the money for that. He been over there. He a draw over there. I feel like that's not really that crazy. So maybe some other things in play. I didn't hear your opening monologue, Ness.
Nah,
So maybe I missed the
it's
other.
4 million plus, because 4 million is what he's expecting for a tune-up.
Oh wow. Oh.
I mean, think about it. Think
So
about it. If you giving motherfucking Shakur damn near 3 million to fight Artem, people gonna start wanting to get their shit right too.
do you think that this is an example of like Turkey Al-Sheikh inflating the joint a little bit, like him
I mean,
overpaying studs? Maybe.
that's what Eddie basically is saying, that they don't know how long that's gonna last, so people trying to get on the train now, but it's also gonna fuck up the market. We gonna need a crash. It's just like the housing market. We gonna need a crash after Turkey disappear. There's gonna be guys trying to hold out, and then the desperate dudes, not no disrespect, but the people that just want to make money, even if it ain't 10 million, they gonna open the doors back up, and they gonna be on a different pay grade, and then eventually everybody comes back, and it's a whole nother pay grade.
So before I go, so this ain't Devin. Devin not asking for 4 million for like Liam Pearl. He asking for like 4 million for like a guy before Liam, or like he want 4 million to like fight Liam.
Yeah, again, according to the Eddie interview, he wants more than 4 million.
Oh yeah, no, that's too much. More than 4 million to fight Liam, guaranteed. No pay-per-view. This ain't no pay-per-view, is it?
No, well, you have to expect it is at that price.
Yeah, I mean, are you paying pay-per-view to see Devin Haney and like Liam Paro? Is that something that you would pay some dollars for, like $80 or $50? Like what, $80
I
to see that,
mean,
or how much?
I would pay 50, yeah, because he's taking a tough fight, going to another country off of that saga with Ryan, yeah.
Okay, all right, that's fair. Okay, my brothers, man, I appreciate y'all, man. That's my call, man. Y'all have a good night.
My dog.
All right, we got Charles. What up?
Ness, what's up? Long time, Ness. Still been listening, but
What
long
up?
time since I came on. Tone, what's up, man?
What up, bro?
Tone, you my man, dog. I ain't gonna lie, man. You provide that casual. Sometimes you be saying a lot, Tone, but I get why Ness got you on here, Tone. Keep it up, man. I mean, one thing I give you, Tone, whoever you support, i.e., Ryan Garcia or David Benavidez, you always support them. So I respect you, Tone. I don't agree with everything you're saying, but I respect it, man.
Appreciate
But
you,
Ness,
bro.
just on the title, hey, I'm on the phone. Just on the title, I could kind of see it from both ways. For Devin, I can understand because at the end of the day, what people got to realize is this. Number one, like you said, I didn't lose. I got cheated. Number two, this is my third time going to Australia. Okay? People got to remember this. Even though it's not in the 135-pound division, this fight against Paro, I went to Australia twice. I undisputed in Australia twice. Some people gonna say, well, that ain't got nothing to do with it, Charles. Yeah, but at the end of the day, I have been an undisputed champion. And at the end of the day, I have not really lost a fight. And so, granted, anybody else that's been an undisputed champion with the weight classes that's underneath 140 going over, and it's gonna be a championship fight, right? That would be for the IBF at 140, correct? Yeah, I could understand that. Now, from a pay-per-view standpoint, yeah, as a fan, hey, man, be quiet. As a pay-per-view fan, yeah, I would be hurt a little bit if they tried to hit me over the head for $80. But what people got to understand is this, man. When you negotiating these deals, and I know we looking at it as boxing fans, you got to look at what Devin has done and what he's accomplished. Say what you want about Tank Davis. I know he's a high draw. Tank Davis ain't never unified before. To everybody that's supporting Tank Davis, just think about if he was unified, he would demand more money. Devin has not only been unified, but he's been undisputed. Okay, and he's also had a belt at 140. So people got to remember when you're negotiating these kind of deals, you got to put yourself in the boxer's shoes. Yeah, we saw him lose, but he technically didn't lose. And so when you think about, I've been to Australia twice already. I undisputed in Australia twice. Okay. Even though it's not this weight class that I'm fighting in, technically I'm undefeated, and technically I've unified, and technically I've moved up to 140 and took a belt. So I could kind of understand it from the fighter standpoint. Um, but from a pay-per-view standpoint, I also understand the fans. But if I'm Devin Haney, I can understand it. I can definitely understand it based on what I've accomplished. And here's the thing. Not only have I undisputed over there twice, I've helped sell tickets for Cambosis. So I have a small following over there in Australia. So people got to remember that, man. People got to remember when you talk about negotiating, this young man has a right to negotiate for 4 million plus. And people don't want to hear that. But we also got to think about what he's accomplished. Because if any other fighter did what he did, and if he didn't lose, and we saw him lose, but at the end of the day, technically he's undefeated. He was cheated. And he's been undisputed. And he's also won a belt at 140, and he's 20, what? How old is he, Ness? 25, 26 years old? I mean, you got people like Shakur who's on unified that's asking for that kind of money almost in that neighborhood. And just think if Tank unified, he'd be trying to do the same thing. But anyway, appreciate
No,
you.
if Tank
Yeah.
unify
You may feel like
his
it's your
fans will
turn,
be saying he was
but
already
it's
making
not your turn.
$5 million without unify. He deserved 20.
Exactly. So, again, people got to remember that, man. This man has been undisputed, and look how he's done it. He's gone to another country and did it twice. So people need to remember that. All right, guys.
Javante Tank Davis fans don't realize he's a undisputed run away from being on the Jimmy Fallon show. Like that would be probably one of the biggest athletes in the world if Javante Tank Davis becomes undisputed.
I got first super chat of the show, $10 super chat. O Wizard 01. $10. Shout out to you, Ness, for all the work you do. What up with TBV fighter stable for the next Border Wars, including fighters from the community picked by Ness Heyman himself. Hashtag TBV, hashtag Harlem Stand Up. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't got nobody else to put my squad up against, you feel me? But, I mean, if I had to do a TBV card versus hypothetically fight hype, you know, I got Tip Bellis on the squad. Squad up. I got Keen the Dream. I got. It depends what version of Marvin we got. You know what I'm saying? If he's still recovering for injuries, he gonna have to sit the bench on this one because we don't want no losses. You know, who else is nice with it?
Not going to Spider Rico?
Nah.
Damn.
Nah, I ain't going to Spider Rico.
Vegas?
I need a solid win. So let me see. I got the old Border Wars box right here. See if I still ain't delete that. Oh yeah. Shit, tough, bro. Southside Deucey. Gotta dust him up. I mean, he been out too long, man. We can't be promoting dudes that gotta win and dipped off. Sean, Mission Impossible. Keen, Tip, Coach Mitty. Nah, because it got to be the best of the best.
I thought Vega just had a dominating first round win.
He got one win. I don't even know that Vega could beat Jose.
Damn.
Jose, he former unified. Like, he 4-0. Like, yo, like, Vega just started. Like, Marvin 4-0 with one draw. There's mad people in this shit, bro. We got over 200 fighters. There's over 300 Facebook private group members for this shit. Yeah, I think it's 5v5, right? 5v5. So I might need one more. You know, I might have to throw myself in there as my record is 4-0 too, you know. So we don't want to send a B squad out there. We got definitely put in for Surefire D. He's 1-1, but he's one of those guys. He's like, you know, he beat a pro. In Border Wars? Yeah, in Border Wars. He beat Jerome Lambert. Yeah, Jerome Lambert. Nah. Yeah, that would be my 5v5 right there. Salute. We got Mad Bet, $5. Daily dose of Tip Quill. Tipnician, Tipnique. Winter belongs to Tank. DC3, $2. Eddie and the Haney's relationship going downhill. Shh, emoji. El Tanque.
Yo, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, damn, you caught me on a smoke break, dog. Shit. Hey, Devin Haney.
Times.
Devin Haney, bro. You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of a super luxurious car that went through an accident, then got salvaged. You put that bitch back on the market and it's not the same. You hear me? It's not the same, bro. Like, you can't charge the same for that, bro.
I hear you. And technically you are right. You know, you can't charge the same for a salvage rebuilt title, but if you know that motherfuckers is getting very close to the same.
Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, you know? You can't tell a fighter what their price is, what they really think they're worth. I'm against that shit. If he thinks he's worth $5 million, pay him the $5 million. You know? This dude is the youngest undisputed champ right now.
Yeah.
A dude did that. Ain't no one else did that. You gotta respect him for that. I like that he takes tough matches. You know? Doesn't matter. The dude is he taking the names, he taking the tough matches. Gotta respect that too. I didn't like the crying after the ass whooping he got, but it is what it is, bro. Yo, two-tone, man.
What's cracking?
You the more you come on the show, the more I see your confidence when it comes to speaking nonsense, bro. That shit is funny.
What?
Man, what makes you think Canelo is old and done, bro? You said he's not knocking out C-level fighters?
He's not done at all. But we can't say that's not a slow down Nello. That's a slow down Nello.
Yeah, bro, but where do you put Alfredo Angulo at, bro? Is that a level, B level, C level?
Angulo? Me in his prime?
Yeah. Not well. He wasn't in his prime when he fought Canelo. I'll tell you that.
Wait. You trying to compare David Benavidez to Angulo?
No. I'm trying to tell you that Canelo's never been a knockout artist, bro.
Oh, okay. But
Like,
I'm saying it's a style nightmare for Canelo. Somebody who's gonna be fighting in the high guard. Then the second half of the fight, he gasses out against a Mexican monster who gets stronger in
yeah,
the second
bro.
half of
Like,
the fight.
if you like I said last time, y'all like to see stats, and bro, like I said, Canelo threw more punches against Munguia than David did against Vosdick. He landed more as well. You know what I'm saying? Like a dude like Munguia that threw a ton of punches made him work,
like it's your
and
time,
he did not gas out, bro.
but it's not your
That
time.
dude still went and beat the fuck
That's
out
the
of him.
bell, champ. That's the bell. H-Town.
Yo, Ness, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
H-Town, baby. Man, just got off this 12-hour shift. Picked up my little boy, cruising the 8, and hearing two tones nonsense. Man, you see this hypocrisy. You see this hypocrisy. Told my boy and everything, but we got to keep people honest, Hold their card. Hey, how you shaming Devin that, well, can he make the 10 pounds for the IBF? He comes in 26 pounds over. All these people, bro, y'all bringing that as a bad thing. But then y'all champion David Benavidez and Edgar Berlanga, they're coming in 32 pounds over the fucking limit. What, Ness? How does this make sense, Ness? The last time I checked, 32 is bigger than 26. Am I right or wrong? Are we doing math different these days?
I've never been the weight guy. I just thought those was Devin the Dream Haney haters hating on Dev Dollars because they was mad that
now
he
we
got
try to. I see you.
undisputed.
Put them dancing shoes on, Tone. Get your
No,
boogie
you
on.
ain't never seen me say,
Get
"Oh
your
my God!"
boogie
If you go
on.
to the Las Vegas
Hey,
website, it says he legally cheated. I was there on that goofy shit.
hey, so check this out, man. So people worry about Devin's weight, hey, but y'all ain't worried about the 5'7" Mexican that can't knock out 200-pounders. You know what I mean? What are you talking about? He put a beating on 200-pound men. The last guy that was close to his weight was who? Caleb Plant. And what he do to Caleb? Stop him. Bro, y'all just need to put your head in the game. Do y'all even watch the fights, man? This guy's putting ass whoopers on this guy. The little 5'7" guy is pushing back 200-pounders. And hey, and if Devin won $5 million, man, what I tell you this, y'all call me crazy, man, and y'all think I'm against Devin, man, but I use logic. Devin needs to go for Ryan. He needs to go for Ryan. It'll be his biggest payday. It's the only place he's gonna get the money he wants because everybody's gonna use the Ryan debacle as an excuse not to pay him. First, it was what was it first? He overpriced himself. Then he was too big on his weight. Now they're back to overpricing himself. This is the way they're gonna keep Devin down, man. He needs to swallow his pride. We need to get off that morality high horse. I know you've been Mr. Morality lately, Ness. Talking about the moral guy, make him stay a year. Testing a year. Nah, Devin wants to get paid. He needs to go right back to Ryan, man. They need to start, like I said, that will be the biggest fight in boxing. That's still hot. People still want it, especially with the trash talk and everything going on. Then you got Devin who's about to have a baby or some crap. I don't know if the rumor's true or not, but Ryan's gonna start talking about that. And people love it. Like I said, people love the drama. That's what sells. People love the drama. They're gonna be on all the Instagrams. They're gonna be on all the Facebooks. They're gonna be on all the TikToks, talking about their personal life. Cause I'm another guy that don't got no social medias except Discord and YouTube. And I guess you want to count PlayStation 5 because I'm an old guy. That's what we do now. Reminisce on the old days. But yeah, and go back to Ryan. You want the money, go back to Ryan. That's what I say, man.
You
I don't know what you think
heard
about
Eddie,
that, Ness.
bro. You heard Eddie. He said if he was advising Devin, he would get him a tune-up, not going straight into the Ryan fight, even if that's the biggest fight in boxing. So, yeah, man. We got
Is
trees.
Paro a tune-up? That sounds like you trying to get Devin beat.
He never said Paro. He said $1 million fight. You know,
Oh, okay. Rolling.
Devin just don't want the $1 million tune-ups. He want them $4 million plus fights. Treese Toledo.
Ooh,
Yow.
Yo.
What up, though? What up, though? Hey, man, say, you know me. I told Devin, don't do it, but that's neither here nor there. Hey, I would like to see Devin fuck around fight Josh Taylor. You feel me? I think Josh Taylor would be a decent fight for gang. And that could set up you feel me? Even if he don't fight Ryan, that shit, him fighting Josh Taylor still set up a fight with Tiafimo. You feel me? So I'm fucking with that. I think Devin should do the Josh Taylor type of shit. And because ain't Josh Taylor, he with Matchroom too, right?
Nah.
Top
Who you with?
Reezy.
You with Top? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. Well, shit, but I know Devin, he's a free agent, so he can cross promote. He can do all type of shit. He can float around. So, yeah, that Josh Taylor, that would still be a good fight for him. Set up a Tiafimo. I know Tiafimo just signed the Matchroom, so, yeah, that would be then we could definitely get that Devin fight. But if Tiafimo and Matchroom, what you think about him and Matias? I think that shit, I think they going to try to make that. If Eddie Hearn got some sense, fuck it. Throw Matias in there with Tiafimo. Let's do it. I know he coming off the L, but fuck it. You know how them hometown fights be, and everybody still feel like Matias is a destroyer. He still got the punch. You feel me? Tiafimo ain't look too good with no Steve Claggett. I wasn't really fucking with that. But if Devin Haney gon' finally fuck with the gang, come over here to the Midwest Mafia, you feel me, and do what I said, give me my fight in Detroit. Fucking go ahead and fuck with Salida Promotions and go fight the fake Ali, man. Michelle Rivera, you feel me, for a little tune-up. I know you guys are talking about tune-up, the fake-ass Ali. Go ahead and do that in Detroit, man. I told you to come over here to the Midwest before and fuck with Adrian Bronner, but you didn't do it. And let Adrian Bronner, he took his ass one was too bad. It's too crazy for him. You can't double back on the Bronner right now. It's too late for that. You fucked up. You missed the train on Adrian Bronner, gang. So come over here to Detroit, deal with Salida Promotions, beat up on a little Michelle Rivera for the tune-up, and then go ahead and take a Josh Taylor or a Tiafimo. Then you feel me? Your options is endless. Cause I don't think you gonna do no Oscar Dartway. Yeah, he punching and shit. I don't see you in there with him right now. And speaking of Tiafimo, hey fellas, don't forget after this game tonight, because you know we watching the Monday Night Football shit. Don't forget that Tiafimo got that one more round thing after on ESPN2. I'm checking that shit out. I want to see what that's about and whatnot. But you know, Devin Haney, man, fuck with the guys, man. Don't go against the grain. I tried to lead you to water, gang. You went against me and you seen what happened with Ryan. Don't do this shit. I was the only one who told you don't do it. Fuck with the Midwest Mafia. Come to Detroit, gang. Let's do it. But shout out TBV, shout out Toledo, Ohio, man. Albert Bell, October 26th, Dallas, Texas, man. Y'all know what the fuck going on. Midwest Mafia, y'all be cool, man.
Feel like it's your time.
What you think, Ness? Where should Devin the Dream Dev Dollar Haney go next?
I wanted the Paro fight. I like that move. Don't mind that move.
Based off him getting Devin cooking Paro and sparring?
Just based off perception. People think he shouldn't do it. And I feel like that's how he gonna get the respect of the people right back. Getting in there, getting in that fire with someone they believe can beat him. You know. We got Big Gucci. Big Gucci, yo.
Yo, Two-Tone, the superstar.
Yeah.
Shout out Ness. Everybody hit that like. Everybody hit that subscribe. Man, that was a great night of boxing, man. Yo, I caught a little bit of the Border Wars on, what was it, Friday or Saturday? Saturday, yeah, man. It's crazy. I caught it right after the Tip fight. And then I heard y'all was talking about it, so I went back just a little bit, and I saw him fight, man. That was good shit by Tip, man. He got that power hand, man, the heavy hands, man. Shout out to him. He stopped dude. But yeah, man, that shit was fun to watch, man. Shout out to Border Wars. Um, yeah, man. On to the topic: Devin Haney versus Liam Paro. Man, that fight should happen, but I mean, 4 million. I mean, I guess you can give him 4 million because I don't really think that's a tune-up. To be honest with you, Liam Paro is a world champion, IBF. Honestly, I think 4 million. Shit, they put up a bag for Cambosos. They put up 10 for Cambosos. I think they could put up 4 for Paro to get that Devin Haney fight. So Devin Haney, Ness. So Devin Haney is the WBC champion in recess. So he currently don't have a belt, right?
Yeah.
So that belt's vacant right now.
Puello is the new champ.
Oh, player. Okay, got you. That's right. Okay, got you, man. Yeah, man. Hopefully that fight happens. I just want to see Devin Haney back in the ring, man. Sooner the better, because of that ring run. And that Canelo versus Berlanga fight. Oh man, that shit. Yo, people gotta understand, man. Like he put that man on the canvas, and a dude like Berlanga talking all that shit about Plank. We ain't gonna get knocked out like this. You feel me? But so I feel like after he got knocked down, man, he was in survival mode. A lot of casuals gotta understand when a fighter is in survival mode, bro, it makes it 100 times harder to knock you out, man. When you shook that dude, when he got back up and he was shook by that knockdown, man, he's gonna be in survival mode. If you don't stop him in that same round and you let him go recover after the round's over, man, he's gonna be in survival mode, man. So that was still a great performance by Canelo. And he performed good, man. Honestly, I didn't see any slip ups on him, man. He looked real good. So yeah, man, that's my call.
You
Shout out
may
to Canelo.
feel like it's your time,
Fight, man.
but it's not your time.
All right, champ. We got Noble. What up? I got Brandon Maurice, member for 43 months on that contender level. Salute Brandon. He says, why not just fight the light punching Sandor Martin as a tune-up, then go into the Ryan rematch? Because of the money. He's looking for a certain amount of money per fight. And the Sandor Martin, remember, he was going to make $2 million less than what he normally makes. 2 million point something. Noble.
Peace. Yo, excellent show this weekend, man. I wanted to make it, but I was out east. I made it back to the Midwest. I'm in Columbus, but I ain't make it close enough to get to that show though, man. But y'all did y'all thing, man. It looked like everybody enjoyed themselves, and I enjoyed watching it. So big shout out on that. Man, Dev, I ain't even gonna speak about Dev, man. Let's talk about Eddie Hearn. How much did Eddie Hearn pay Boots for his last fight?
3.2 or something, but that was because it was a purse bid, bro. Everybody keep
Man,
bringing up a purse bid.
I don't want to hear the extras, man. Because this is what I'm saying. And I'm not discounting your facts. You know what I'm saying? I know you just laying down the facts. But this is what I'm saying when it comes to Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn is a shrewd businessman, and he's a predator when it comes to business, right? Devin Haney has had a lion's share of the leverage when it comes to their business dealings, it seems like, right, up until now. When that shit happened in April, Eddie Hearn seen that as an opportunity to turn that around. He don't want to pay Dev $4 million to fight Liam. And he talking about Liam. He ain't talking about nobody else. Even though he knows he can possibly make the money back. The reason why is because he wants Devin to sign on with him, like Boots. And that's what he's leveraging right now. He's trying to get Devin to sign on for him. And that's a smart thing because if Dev fight Leo and Eddie pay him and Dev lose, Eddie just lost. You see what I'm saying? So I see his point, but it all come down to Dev is negotiating what he feels like he's worth, and you only get what you negotiate, right? And at the same time, Eddie Hearn is on his tip. He just want to get another elite fighter in his stable. You know what I'm saying? So he pushing forward. He see on the business side there's a weakness, there's a chink in the Haney's armor, and he going full fledged ahead. Shout out to the breast cancer warriors, the breast cancer survivors, and the breast cancer angels. Peace, Tom.
Peace.
All right. Tyron, what up?
Yo, what's good, Nash?
What up, Butcher?
Not much. What's good, Two Tone?
It's cracking, man. Monday.
Not much. Yes, sir, man. Another blessing, man. Another year. Happy birthday to myself, man. Shouts out to TBV, man, holding it down, man. Literally for my whole 12-hour shift, man. Shouts out to you. Um, I wanted to touch on the weekend fight and also go into the Devin. If I run a little bit over Ness, just build me. I'll make this kind of short. But as far as the weekend fights, boxing won. All the fights was great. The only one was lackluster was Danny and Laura. But shouts out to Danny, man. It's definitely time for him to retire. Shouts out to his pops who's stopping it. I don't, you know, count it towards anything. It was just ready to go at that point. I just think, he was shot. But shouts out to Berlanga on the whole promotion from start to finish, including the fight. As far as the fight, was very, very entertaining. One of the most entertaining Canelo fights we gotten in a while. Berlanga showed grit, heart, especially after getting knocked down in the third. He was toe to toe with Canelo, head to head. I believe a Puerto Rican star was born that night. He had moments in the fight. He had a good jab, which I felt he could have done more work off of it and not been on the rope so much. But giving Canelo ability to pressure fighters and the ability to cut off the ring, which he's doing so well in the second half of his career, I can see why it was hard for, Berlanga to get off the ropes and things of that nature, and just the experience. But he caught Canelo a few times, especially when Canelo had that mental lapse. I don't know if he thought if the round was over, the case may be, but Berlanga came, and was hitting him with some shots. He didn't really show Canelo respect too much. He was in there talking with him. He was able to bring out more of an emotional Canelo in the ring that we really haven't seen other than, I believe, I want to say the Billy Joe. It was cool to see Canelo that way. Both of them was talking trash. And Canelo was talking back. It was a dope moment when Edgar was waving the crowd. They was booing. The Canelo stopped, and he did it, and the crowd was cheering. So overall, man, it was a very, very entertaining fight. Exceeded my expectations, Ness. And two-tone and boxing won. And boxing is number one still. And Canelo showed it. And I heard reports that they did over 750,000 and $22 million dollar gate. So if that's true, well done. Canelo is still the face of the sport, and Canelo just showed how great he is and the longevity he has. Given the back half of his career, like the likes of Floyd, Jordan, Braun, Brady, he's just able to adapt and pick his spots and experience, right? Like Canelo is now more a pressure
You may
fighter.
feel like
And I'm
it's your
Bill me
time,
next. I'm gonna send you
but it's not your
10
time.
too. He's more of a pressure fighter. Don't move too much. Um, but like a Floyd, like a Braun, like a Tom Brady, when they get in that have a career, the experience is key and they master their spots. And Canelo, he don't waste punches, right? He don't waste punches. He pressure you and he knows what he wants to do. And it works every single time. So at this stage in Canelo career, he's still a great fighter, experience above all, and he still has the power. He knocked down 5 straight opponents at 168, who's naturally 168, like Mugia, Berlanga, and Caleb Plant. So I believe at this time in Canelo career, man, it's just a celebration with every Canelo fight, right? I don't expect nothing from his legacy. From him, his legacy is cemented. He don't need to prove anything. I know people bringing up the whole 25 pounds with Edgar Berlanga, but I don't believe Canelo knew that he would come in that much weight. I never knew either. But at the end of the day, Canelo is Canelo. Canelo is still the face of the sport. He don't need to fight Benavidez. I know everybody want to fight want to see that fight. But I tell you this: if that fight if Berlanga and Canelo did 750, if Canelo and Crawford fight, or Canelo and Benavidez fight, that's easily over 1 mil. And with this, if this is true, Ness and Two Tone, that this fight did 750,000 and $22 million, gate, we're definitely not going to get a Benavidez fight, because now it just shows that Canelo don't need Benavidez to make good business, and that's where Canelo is at in his career, right? He's the face of the boxing. He don't need a David. David needs him, right? And so David, I felt like dropped the ball, because if you really wanted to make that fight, you could have pushed that to make your number one mandatory. Given if Canelo didn't want to fight you, he dropped the belt, and that's a certified duck. But for him to go after the fight and drop merch like he's still ducking is just nonsense, you know? But as far as the Devin goes, I feel like Devin needed this fight. Devin should have took the 4 mil and fight Paro. We saw what happened with the Ryan Garcia, and we cannot unsee it. You know, regardless of the circumstances, and especially with the casuals, they don't care about Ryan cheating. They care about how you looked and the way you look versus Ryan, and that was the last image. So with Devin, I felt like this would have been a perfect fight for him to get back, go, to enemy territory, get the belt, get the strap, and kind of slowly but let people narrative about you change, erase the last image, because at the end of the day, the boxing terms is what have you done for me lately? So lately, we saw you get knocked down multiple times. Yes, Ryan cheated, but again, some fans and casuals not gonna look at that. So if I'm him, I would have took the fight. But if not, we need to see T.O. versus Haney or T.O. versus Tank, man. T.O. I feel like is getting blackballed or out the loop. But that's my call, Ness. I'm gonna send you 10, man. I appreciate you, man.
All right, you the man. Iron Mike is on you.
Yo, 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 yo.
Yo.
Yo, shout out to Two Tone for keeping it real. He's the realest one there. Always calling it how it is. And what's that dude's name? Joker, baby Joker, little Joker. That dude gotta wipe his mouth from all the glazing and Canelo. Must be yogurt or something.
Hey,
I don't know. You guys, that last caller talking about 750K is just falling off of the narrative from the Canelo glizzy gobblers, because that dude that reported with no freaking source. And why aren't we talking about the real shit about Berlanga coming in at 190 plus and having Canelo talking about, oh, all this guy brings is 25 pounds to the table. At the end of the day, I gotta say how it is. For those people kind of saying like Canelo got no power anymore, that's BS. The dude has skills. He still has power. What he doesn't have, which has been apparent for years already, is a stamina that doesn't carry over into the later half of the fight. And a lot of the times that's why he's not able to stop dudes, especially a dude that's 190 plus. So two things can be right at the same time. It's very difficult for him to be stopping dudes at that weight. And realistically, Canelo is more of a 160 pounder with a lot of power. So, but for him to come out and discredit David and call and say all this BS that he doesn't bring anything to the table, that's garbage. When it comes to Devin Haney, that's kind of like an unfortunate situation, but he's gonna have to hold that L and swallow his pride a little bit and take a pay cut. Maybe he'll show something his next fight and then he can kind of come back over, but. If he doesn't, it's going to end up being the same thing that Ness said with if there's a crash in the market, a lot of fighters are going to end up having to pick up, any money that's on the table because, there ain't going to be any money in boxing if shit continues that way. But that's my call.
All right. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and smash that thumbs up. We got Sony in Cincinnati on the check-in, $5. He said, I need Crow for Edgar Berlanga. And, brother, stop saying future border wars without me. Like, I'm not a participant. Put respect on my name, bro. Come on, Ness. What you mean Future Border Wars without you? I mean, you got to tell me you coming back, fam. You fought once and you know went on with the rest of your life. Like, we don't know if you coming back, but for sure we want you back. For sure. You know, we could always use more fighters. We got Bo Rogers.
You
What
may
up?
feel like it's your time.
Yo, yo.
Yo, yo.
Hold on there. Can you hear me there?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's good? What's good? Shout
It's
out
popping.
to my boy Tip. I saw Tip do his thing. Finally got to put a face with the voice. Hey, that's a dangerous dude. Shout out to Tip. But talk about what I seen this weekend. And I'm gonna talk about Devin too. Uh Shout out to Canelo. Still a bad dude. I wanna see Berlanga fight Plant. That'll be a hell of a fight. Plant stole the show in my eyes after getting dropped like he did and then standing in the pocket. That's how he should have been fighting in the first place. That's how he should fight Canelo, but I don't know if he could beat Canelo like that. But if he continued to do that, that's what I want to see. You know, the showboating, the fast hands, that shit, it just made me think about the old days of boxing. I love seeing that shit. But Laura, that's my boy. I want to see him put hands on Crawford. I don't think Crawford will go nowhere near him. I think he'll put hands on Spence too. He'll stop all them guys trying to get up there. And I wouldn't mind seeing Lara go to 168 and getting a rematch with Canelo. I told you this the other week when I called in. Lara was going to do that to Danny. I might be the only person that said he was going to stop him. I seen it. And when it comes to Devin Haney trying to get this money, what Devin should do, then this is the perfect time because right now, him and Eddie, they going through what they going. Get Al Heyman a chance. Go over there and fight Rolly. You know, you and Rolly could be a main event, and y'all might talk so much shit to each other. It might, do some numbers enough where you can get your 4 million without having to get it guaranteed. You know what I mean? But that's just what I'm looking at. If I think Tio need to fight Paro. This will be a good chance for him to unify. Ain't no need to keep, they got all these guys. They don't need to sit around sitting on their hands. I think every fight I just named should take place. This is what boxing needs. That was a great call. I love that call. You got Villa and Fulton on the damn prelim. They getting knocked. Well, Fulton almost got shot, but that dude, I can't even remember that dude's name, but he knocked goddamn Villa out. Hey, I got to see him again. That's about all I got for you, Ness.
All right, champ. All right.
Lara beating
Majid.
Garcia is no
Oh,
news.
look
Go
who's
ahead.
Bazat. I didn't know you was there. What up, I man?
What's going on, fellas? TBV
Chilling.
community. Shout out to everybody. Long
You may feel
weekend.
like it's your time.
But we had some good stuff going, man. I don't want to hold up the line. I'm gonna let everybody get theirs off. I'll jump back in. I mean, I'm saying, I don't want to cut the line.
Majid, you there? No Majid.
And apparently no Devin Haney and Paro, man. Maybe he should have took something on the cheap, man. Like, could he have reduced his price? Or I mean, I guess not coming off of the Ryan Garcia win, but could he have taken, I guess, a different route as far as maybe the Martin fight, or taking what's my man Matias for cheaper bread? I'm not really sure what to think of this, man. It's kind of fair, in a way when you start playing in them streets and you're used to fast money, even though the money doesn't seem to have arrived, but just the idea of, making those big fights and the big purses. So of course he comes back to, a day job, and he's trying to sit down and get with Liam Paro, who just graduated with his degree. Belts are like degrees because you owe money, sanction and fees. Shit is heavyweight, no pun intended. But so he wants to come back off the streets and then sit back down with his degree and sit down and wait for this payroll check that is the distinction that comes with unifying in a championship class, and he finds out that 4 million is not within the realm of reason for Eduardo Hearn. I don't know. I'm pushed with it, man, because I feel like Devin has the right. You know, if you a street dude and you ain't used to getting a 9 to 5, you may end up back in jail, you know, because you ain't used to sitting at that desk or whatever it is in that warehouse making that money. But at the same time, if you're used to taking risks, far be it from me to tell you to square up, you know. So I'm kind of 50-50, man.
Mm. That's real.
Yeah, man, I wanted him to take the fight. I didn't know money was going to be an issue, especially since he's got to go all the way to Australia. But, you know, it is what it is. Copy cool, what it do?
What's going on, gentlemen? What's going on? This is Ghost,
What's good?
man. It's good, man. This is what I'm talking about, man. Everybody want to price themselves out. You know, that was a decent fight for him to come back and prove his point. A guy that he was already beefing with, which was Sabrice Matias himself. And this was a fight to show that this is why I didn't have to fight Sabrice. I'm gonna fuck up Paro. And he goes ahead and prices himself out. Like, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, I always bring it up where people price themselves out, man. Like, look at what happened with Brian Norman. I know, you know, we were talking about how it wasn't enough, but it is enough. He never made more than 180,000, and they're willing to offer you. I don't care if the final number came out at 600,000. It's still enough for you to eat and more than you ever made in your life. So to me, it's just these fighters need to just get back in the ring, stay active, stop pricing themselves out. And if you're just a prize fighter and you just want to fight for money, then don't say that you're the best ever. You're trying to be, because it just doesn't make sense. You're just fighting for money. You're not fighting for legacy. You know, and I
Copy
feel
cool.
like
Let
this is
me
what we're
let, let me
falling
ask you
into.
real quick. How many times
Talk
you
to me.
seen a cat just come home and you try to put him on to a job, you try to put him on to a gig, you like, hey, yo, they hire it down at Wake Fern, they hire it, and you put him on to a gig. Don't it take a certain kind of guy to realize that it's a slow road back to earning that money that he thinks he's worth?
If he got nothing, absolutely, he gonna take the first thing he sees.
But maybe Devin don't feel like that. You know, this is the kid, you know, mom and daddy bail him out of jail. I'm using an analogy. Mom and daddy
No,
bail
I
him
hear
out of
you.
jail.
I
They
hear
put
you.
the house up. So he doesn't feel the hunger that it takes to make this sort of sacrifice, apparently. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know.
And
I'm
that's
just talking, but
that, Well, no, and that's the problem, that he don't feel like he don't need to earn anything, because it was I don't want to say a gimme, because we all know my man pop positive. So with Ryan Garcia popping positive takes all the credibility away from him. But in reality, you have to show that I am that motherfucker that everybody was scared of. I am that dude that could box anybody. I am that dude, and now it's like he's running. I don't want to say run away, man, because you're a fighter. At the end of the day, you're not scared of nobody to fight. But it's almost like, and this is across the board in the boxing industry. It's not only to kind of single him out. People are overpricing themselves for nothing. Like, I don't get it. Like, just fight. When you get that title, then you can say, okay, let's do this. When it's a mega fight, then you can put the price that you want. Like, let's use the Canelo Berlanga. Canelo was able. He made his 17.5. You know what I'm saying? At a fight like that, he got picked and he made a simple. But you didn't see him making that earlier on. You know what I'm saying? This is a comeback.
That's the bell, player. That's the bell. Laugh out loud, pillow.
You hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. So thinking back on it, man, on that night, on that great weekend of fighting, I saw some few things, and it's not really the fighters what I saw. The most important thing to me, which I saw, was the trainers. Eddie Reynoso and Breadman or Breadway Edwards. I forgot his name, but the shit that they was telling their fighters in the corner, I feel like that made the difference. And I was looking at Bozy Ennis, and he was just. I thought he was good. Everybody's saying go train with Bozy, but it's not him. It's just that Boots is just a great talent. Bozy, he's just average or probably below average because he wasn't really telling Fulton shit to help him.
You
Like
don't think
if you
so?
get,
He
you said
saved
what?
Fulton.
Yeah, he wasn't helping him out at all.
But hold
Fulton's
on.
getting
When
knocked
he was
down.
telling Fulton, he said, "Yo, all he got is the right. You gotta get up. You gotta get, like away from his shoulder. You gotta get in on his shoulder and watch that right." He was telling him exactly what Fulton needed to land the kind of shots to make it seem like Fulton had the power to bang with Castro.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, but you got to compare that to like what Ryan Reynoso was telling Canelo. He said, "Don't jab to the body because he's looking to counter like things to help you out in a fight. Like it's easy to say, yeah, you just got to go to the body. Just go. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. Anybody could really say that. So and then Breadman Edwards, he would be just as good as Reynoso if he had elite talent like Canelo, to really develop and all that, But shit,
but that's
I
what
had
I'm
another
saying,
point
brother.
to
He,
make.
he told him more than just go to the body. He told him when you step to his inside shoulder. It was a very specific instruction to negate the punch. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like this jab to the body. Am I tripping?
I think he tripping. I think he was just not. He wasn't only saying that, but he was saying go to the body. Like he was just telling them what to do instead of what to look out for. Different type of things like that. He could have really enhanced his fighter. I don't think he's good at all. I think it's just the skill of boots, and it kind of elevated him to everybody think that he's good, but he's really not. You know what I'm saying? Um, he's not good at all. Rolly looked pretty ass. He was smothering all his punches. Just he looked like a worse version of David Morrell, kind of like how he fights. They kind of both telegraph they punches and just kind of look like trash. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he can figure that out because he needs to work with Canelo, work with somebody because he ain't doing it, man. And Danny Danny looked uh Laura looked good, but Danny he came on the show. I was hype about it. I thought he was gonna do something, but I don't know what's up. Looked like he was out there just wanting a paycheck, which I can't hate on because shit, I do too. Um, but
You
then
may feel like it's
everybody,
your time,
yeah,
but it's
man,
not your
Devin
time.
Haney is getting lowballed. He's getting lowballed, man. He ain't gonna take that offer.
Well, you want to give him 10 mil?
All
I
right,
mean, he
champ.
deserves at
That
least
was the
four. He
bell.
deserves four, man.
I
All
mean,
right.
four. He wants more than four, guys. More than four. Cliff with the counter.
More than
That's what
four? Oh, he pricing himself out.
that's what you giving him.
I mean, I think he deserves more than four. He only got like 2.8 and then 3 point something the first time to go fight Cambosis. Now you going back. You've done more since you beat Cambosis. You're also a two-division champ since you beat Cambosis. Yeah, you're undefeated. You're giving Paro the opportunity. People don't know Paro. We know him because of what he did to Matias, but people don't know Paro because they barely knew Matias. They don't even
He
know
might
Matias.
Right?
Nobody don't even
he,
call in about Matias. The hype is over. The boogeyman is dead.
he might
He
be good for a fin, like
Dead.
good for five.
Cliff,
Go
what
ahead,
up?
Cliff.
Yeah, yo, nuts. I mean, you just came and gave some clarity. Why you ain't cut that caller off when he said that crazy shit? He was talking about like Dev only made 180 million or something like
Nah, he was talking
ridiculous.
about
And
Norman.
oh,
180,000. He
oh.
talking about Norman.
Okay. I'm confused because I see Dev as the headline, and I'm like in and out because I'm walking
Yeah,
the
nah,
dogs
because
and the
people
service.
trying to say
No,
that Devin priced himself out, and they was using Norman as one of the examples of those fighters pricing themselves out when they could be making a lot of money.
man, listen, Devin ain't. I don't know if he pricing himself out. Y'all be the judge. Y'all tell me. But we gotta get the cash app fixed, and that's because the fun fucking YouTube I ain't used to it. Shit got me super chatting $8-9 and shit just to get. You know what I mean? I don't even know how to use a super
It
chat
said
because I'm always down
499
for
right
chat.
here.
Now, but I sent you two of them. But it's all gravy because I was like, damn, I fucked up. Let me give my man his money's worth. They gonna take from him anyway. But we gonna never mind that. Yeah, I don't think Devin cashing himself out because you want this man to go to all the way Australia again.
Word.
That's a risky trip. Like, what you mean? You want my man to take a risky trip all the way to Australia? He just beat Cambosa twice out there. You want to send him back out there? Now he got to fight another man out there. Yo, if Devin would have took that fight, that would have been that would have showed some crazy
I don't know even the
That's
word for
exactly why I wanted him to take it, because it would have made everybody feel the way you feel. Like, okay, that shit happened with Ryan, but this dude's a real one. Look, he went back to Australia. He fought a puncher. He fighting a dude that beat Paro. That beat Sabril. I love that fight for all those reasons, but you got to pay him for that. He's undefeated. He's a two-division champ. He's former unified, and he's way more known than Paro.
exactly. So you want to send him out there on like a suicide mission? He almost like the B side, almost like the B side. Eddie Hearn just threw his money up like whatever. Whoever wins, I'm gonna fuck with the winner. Like Eddie Hearn in a win-win situation. So he don't give
Hell
a
yeah,
fuck.
hell yeah. He got Paro. So if Paro get the upset over Devin, that's his fighter. If Devin beats Paro, he still works with Devin.
He back on. Exactly. So nah, man. And I felt like, I don't know if Deverson took it or not, but if he took it, I was going to be 100% impressed. Devin don't want to travel. He ain't want to. He really. Ness told or Danny, one of y'all said, go to Puerto Rico and fight Sabril. If you
Word.
could run my free call, I appreciate it. But if not, it is what it is. But y'all told him to go to Puerto Rico. He ain't really want to
You
go
may
there.
feel like it's your
So
time,
why the
but it's
hell
not your
Devin
time.
gonna want to go? So why the hell Devin gonna want to go to Australia? He ain't want to go to Puerto Rico. It just
I
don't.
mean, he going to
It don't make
Australia because
sense
there's
without
money.
money.
That's why. But that's the bell. Uh, there's supposed to be money in an Australian fight. That's the thing. You know, they trying to force Devin's market value down because of what happened, regardless of the overturn. And Devin is playing hardball like he should. He's not supposed to allow them to bring his market value down when what happened technically no longer happened and it's not on his record. So it's like, don't treat me like I'm not undefeated if I'm undefeated. You know what I'm saying? Give
You
me my.
gotta stop. Like Eddie Hearn is based like that night that Devin fights and casual fans see that graphic come up with the records. Every casual fan in America gonna be like, how he undefeated? And we saw Ryan Garcia whoop his ass pillar to post.
Because Ryan Garcia cheated.
But no, Nash, you gotta understand. Devin himself ruined that pity. When
I
he aligned
I don't know
himself
nothing
with
about
Victor
that.
Conte and he was retweeting Victor Conte and the way they handled it, instead of Devin being quiet, him jumping on ESPN talking about I've never been handled this way in my life. He ruined that moment for the pity. Now it
I
is what
don't
it
even
is.
understand what you're talking about. First of all, you bringing up Victor Conte. I don't know what he has to do with this at all.
He was their homeboy. He was retweeting Victor.
It's hilarious that you sound just like a Garcia relative. You know, you bring up the fact
Oh,
that
it's the
Garcia
truth.
tested positive and y'all start talking about Devin Haney. Next, you're going to start talking about Bill Haney and his past or his hair. Is that what's next?
No, we're gonna talk about that horrible game plan Bill Haney had though. We
Uh,
definitely talk about that.
I mean, you can't get a game plan for someone to cheat. There's no game
No,
plan to a person taking steroids. There's
no,
no
you don't
game
chase
plan.
no puncher around the ring.
You can't prepare for Ostarine and whatever else was in his system in the three
I'm not gonna
tests.
get into the billionth of a gram. I don't even know how that affects you. I don't even know if you get a drop of semen in a hoe if she don't get pregnant or not.
No,
Respectfully, what I'm
what we do know is that when she do get pregnant, she's pregnant. She's not a billionth of a gram pregnant.
That's a fact.
That's what
that
we
is a
know.
fact.
That's what we know. James, what up? James.
Yo, Ness, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What's up, Two Tone? What's up, I mean? What's good?
Was crap.
What's good?
What's going on, James?
Ain't shit, man. Ain't shit, man. I guess we're gonna be talking about Devin Haney tonight, so I'm just gonna keep it real. It shouldn't have been a problem for him to take this fight, man. You know what I'm saying? We can't unsee the shit that we saw already. So I mean, that's the going rate, and it is what it is. You know, Devin should be comfortable in Australia. He already been there twice. He should have had some real estate and properties after getting his passport stamped so many times by going over there. So he should be comfortable. He should be good with playing. That's not even a away game for him now. That's like home turf for real. He probably has so much fanfare over there that he should be good with Australia. So that's not even a dangerous test. But what I really think it is, I really think Devin's bullshitting about saying that he handled everybody sparring like what Two Tone was going to. That Liam Paul might have really put some pause in him. That he wants to really get paid out nicely for that kind of threat. And also, you got to also give Paro credit because I think he actually already beat a fighter that's as agile, moves as well as Devin, and actually is better than Devin. In my personal opinion, I don't think Devin's fucking with Montana Love, to be honest. But
Mm.
you know, other may disagree. Other may disagree and think that Devin probably could beat Montana Love. But I think not, Montana Love got way more heart. You saw he was trying to, you know, like motherfucker put his paws on him wrong. He was trying to take him out of the ring. Shout out to Steven Sparks for being tough enough just to even go roll with the shit. You know, so I don't think Devin can fuck with him. And also, I also think that man, Montana Love's just better. Like Two Tone, you remember the song that Montana Love came with? And you also remember the freestyling that Devin did in the car. Who's better overall, man? Who got bars for real?
Over
I'm asking
Devin
Two
and
Tone, not that.
Montana Love for sure.
Okay, cool,
But
cool,
Devin was
cool.
really
So
freestyling though. Like Devin was really off the top.
my
I think.
nigga, but that
James,
shit,
you got
but
some
bro,
nerve calling here promoting some Montana Love, man. What's wrong with you, man? That nigga
I
paid you or
fuck,
something, man? What's wrong with you?
nah, I fuck with Montana Love, man. I
Bruh,
fuck with him, man.
he met Treese, man, so he part of Midwest Mafia now.
Yo, Montana
Nah,
Love, man. Yo, he shit the
they
bed too many times, man.
man, whatever, man. He should have been what 3 times maybe with the draw. You might want to say in the 2 L's, man. But he ain't really shit the bed, dog.
Three
Give Montana one
times?
more shot. Give
All
man,
right.
like, bro, that's not a lot, man.
Bring
We
him
gave
back
Gabe
against
Rosado
Chris
like
Colbert
16,
and we'll see then. Oops, Chris Colbert busy. This what I'm saying.
bro.
Montana Love ain't
You
even as
crazy as
busy as
shit.
Chris Colbert. Get that nigga up out of here,
You,
man. Stop playing with me,
you
man. Don't make me
crazy.
talk bad
You
on that
crazy as
kid.
shit. You
Word.
crazy as
He need
shit.
a pro
But
box fight.
Yeah,
what?
man. Need
You
some
funny,
fucking
you
humility.
funny as
Drop
fuck.
them dogs. Go back to the beauty shop. Go
But
roll up some
look,
perms and
look.
doobies, man. Get him out of
But
here.
Yeah, he do got
I'll
the
say
mobile
this, man.
beauty shop.
He do got the
Yo,
mobile
hey,
beauty shop. I remember that.
Hey, but hey, but before I go, man, the only big fight that Devin's really probably trying to pursue right now, so he get the pay that he wants, because
It
everything
don't
else
even
gonna be
feel like it's your
undervalued.
time,
Shout out to Devin versus Manny
but it's not your
Pacquiao, man.
time.
Shout out to you. Shout out to the community as always. I catch you on the next one.
Damn, they gave my nigga Montana Love main event in his own city. Damn, Lord child.
He was like my 6-month-old son, rolling and shit.
Damn. Salute. He gave my first real boxer interview. Salute Montana Love, man.
Nah, salute Montana Love. He had a little spark, but like you know what I'm saying, come on, bro. Like, yo, I just hate that, you can't take away from Devin Haney and start comparing him to Montana Love, yo. Come on, man. Accomplishments wise,
Word.
showing, come on, man. It's different. It's different. Come on, don't do it.
Montana, he never even won a world title, man. But we got Troy. What up?
What's good with our main hidden consciousness of the net elder football? What's
What's good,
good with
brother?
net? What's good with two Tony?
It's cracking.
He's not a jabroni, and that's like a real word. You should look it up. It's hilarious. Um, Devin, when I first heard it, I'm thinking like, man, he shouldn't. And then I'm like, yesterday's price is not today's price. And some of the things that hey, by the way, I heard some unsavory comments on my name earlier. I don't know who a J Mac is or what's going on, but please keep it peaceful. I don't want to have to choose anything but that. Um, I just think or know that Devin does need a tune up, and due to his accolades, you gotta pay him his bread. Period. Even it doesn't matter what happens. He has crazy accolades, and his accolades have made him famous, and that's why my man Lowe said it's called the Hall of Fame. Because some guys get there because their skills make them famous. Some guys get there because They accrued a lot of money. They did it a little different. You know what I'm saying? They let Sheik in there because he just started putting on cards for boxing. I mean, even if he threw his own self in there, he really bust some packs already that people thought that these guys were heems and they're not heems. Listen, Montana Love needs to really get into some real boxing. Okay, I'm from Ohio. That shit clown boxing. Excuse me. I have no prejudice with this. When I see you and you doing clown boxing, I'm gonna call it because you can get your ass killed in there. And I don't like that. You know, I want me. I wish everybody could be like Floyd, and everybody could make money. I wish everybody could just fight professionally because I know these guys love boxing, so you could really see what it's like. Because some of these guys reach out to me from your channel. I'm not gonna say no names, and we be talking, and they really, Ness, you done really spark some gentlemen that's gonna help me change some lives due to diet, how you think, how you act in the public, bro. A lot of y'all don't really know me. You don't know what I do every day, so you gotta chill out, cause I will bust your pack mentally. It'll hurt you. You know what I mean? But people need to stop the fake boxing. If Devin really wants to get paid, get a real trainer, and you could get paid. Keep your dad
You
dead.
may feel like it's your
Just
time,
just get a real
but
trainer
it's
so you
not your
can
time.
feel confident in what you're doing. Real talk, because that's where the confidence comes from, how
That's
you
the
train
bell,
and
champ. Yo, I
knowledge.
seen I seen
Okay.
video of Carmel Moten's trainer training David Benavidez in Florida.
What?
Yeah. His name is I think Faraz Sadiq or something like that. I'm probably butchering it, but y'all know.
It's on his IG.
Nah, it's on his people's IG, Frenchie, and
David
that
ain't tell you,
and that
Tone.
dude and that dude lives
Hey,
out.
get that info.
That dude lives out here, so they flew him out for that. So that shit is real. And the way Jose was acting in our interview, maybe that's what it is. Maybe people confuse that dude from the back for Calvin Ford.
Mm.
Bacavelli, Bacavelli.
David just
Yo,
posted he's in a private facility training too.
I think he's still using Boxer. It looked like Boxer to me, but what up, doggy?
yo, what's good? Um, so with the whole Devin shit, you know what I mean? I've called on here before and said, you know, for me, Devin won because the other nigga cheated. It's that simple. When it come to boxing, when it come to records, it's black and white. The rules and guidelines are clean and straight. If it's one little small little drop of ostarine or testosterone or whatever fucking chemical component or whatever, you cheated. If it's over the limit, you cheated, and that's it. So that's out of the window. But at the same time, we gotta remember something. The records can be black or white, but public perception, the view in public has a more nuanced perception on the whole entire thing. Niggas ain't even like Devin before the fight. Now, niggas ain't like him because of Bill, or they ain't like him because of they thought he ain't beat Loma or whatever reason. Sometimes niggas just don't like niggas. But prior to the fight, you could say Devin was kind of the heel up against a nigga who's like losing his mind actively. The nigga a racist. He a homophobe. He an Islamophobe. The nigga on the internet tripping all day, every day. And you the heel. These niggas want this nigga to beat you. So niggas ain't like you anyway. So the issue with that is you could take that far where niggas don't like you. Niggas are paid to see you lose. Like Floyd, for instance. Like I've never seen an A side booed more than Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas primarily I feel like paid to see him lose. I don't even know anybody who's not black who fuck with Floyd. I'm gonna be honest with you. Only niggas I know who fuck with Floyd is black people who be like, oh yeah, I love Floyd. Everybody else they was just hating for real. You know what I'm saying? But with Devin, the issue with that is niggas technically got to see you lose. They got to see you lose bad too. They beat the shit out you. You feel what I'm saying? Though Duke was cheating. We ain't even talking about not only the what's his name, the nigga came in overweight on purpose and shit. He did a whole lot of bullshit that generally wouldn't fly in a sanctioned fight.
He got away with it. Okay, cool. But at the end of the day, the public perception is you got whooped on. So if the issue is pay-per-views are in line with public perception. So it comes to a certain point where you got to be like, okay, what can I do? If all you're going to do is say, oh, this is what I'm demanding, that shit didn't happen. Okay, cool. It didn't happen per box rec, but per the view in public, it did happen. Where do you compromise? Do you have to take a tune-up, or do you just jump right back into a big fight? Will that fuck you up worse? Because you just took a serious beating. You know what I'm saying? Do you just jump back into a big fight so you can command the type of purse that you want? Because at the end of the day, we got to be realistic. You know what I'm saying? Unless, you know, the nigga Eddie just doing some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Which is possible. You know, these promoters is shicey. They'll do whatever they want. But realistically, if you're thinking about it, it's only a few pathways he could go. He could either lowball it, take the fight, beat someone tough, like said opponent out there in Australia. He could jump into another big fight. The nigga Turk could shell out whatever he wants for that. But then that's dangerous. You get fucked up back to back. It might be curtains. You know what I'm
You
saying?
may
So
feel like
that's
it's
all
your
I gotta say.
time, but it's not your time.
All right, Bach, appreciate the call. If you're watching this on YouTube, you know it's free to hit that thumbs up. It's free to subscribe. We got Galaxy Studios $2 turkey being beginning for Nello fight now. I guess he meant begging, but he's missing a G. Yo, talking about Turkey, there's rumors that he bought the Ring magazine, the entire ring. That's crazy.
Yeah, Jake Donovan kind of.
Dang, he said we beefing. I just buy your company that you work for.
That's crazy.
That's real beef
That's
right
crazy.
there.
That's crazy. That's crazy that he bought that shit. There's rumors that he's mad at BoxRec because they didn't want to sell to him.
Damn.
And there's more rumors that he paid, I think the WBC $2 million and the WBA $1.5 million as a sponsorship, a Riyadh season sponsorship. Heavy rumors floating.
Oh, I didn't see.
Interesting.
What's his name? Fareed, trained to perfection.
Yeah, that's him. That's Carmel Moulton trainer. That's Carmel Moulton trainer.
Okay, I see him with David. Okay.
Text your mans in him. Tell him stop ducking, man. Galaxy Studios, $2. UFC in Turkey. Oscar failed against Nello in boxing. I couldn't use my free call with my counter. Nah, fam, we don't stack that up. But we got you, though, for sure. Jonathan Sims, $10. T. King, I mentioned your name. You know J-Mac. Okay, so you're talking about Troy King. You know J-Mac. During your debate on boxing, you said F his kids. If you're choosing peace, then be a man and apologize for what you said about that man's kids. $10. We got H-Town with the... That's old. I got to that. Oh, no, I didn't. H-Town with the counter. DC3, $2. No words, all love. DC3 right back at us with another $2. He said he let Ryan come in over because he rehydrate a lot. Counter. H-Town.
What up, man? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Sean, baby. Hey, man, you know what? I let you get away with skipping my counters a lot, and whenever like my boy Double got me some, I never claimed them. You know, I don't be crying about it, but you always be skipping me, man. What's going on, man? I thought we were boys. I'm gonna start acting like Clear. You don't like me, no? You don't like me, no?
Bro. I don't skip nobody.
Oh yeah, you be on that smoke sometimes, but hey, nah, check it. You know, I hate hearing that bull crap about only blacks mess with Floyd. Bro, I'm from the hood, bro. I know very little blacks that were buying Floyd fights. Everybody was on that black box stealing that shit. Ain't nobody in the hood paying $100 goddamn dollars. That's white folk. You know, it's like people think only Hispanics and blacks buy Jordans or listen to 50 cents, bro. Nah, man. In order to get to the numbers they get, you need way more than blacks or just Hispanics buying. You need a good number of the population to get so many goddamn pay-per-view buys. You know, this man really thinks only what he do 1.8 million sales in pay-per-views. Those were all black buyers. That's crazy, man. I hate hearing stupid shit like that, man. Floyd got fans of all colors. The man's a superstar. You know, I don't know what that is, man. It's like saying only Hispanics buy Canelo fights. No, man, whites buy him, blacks buy him. The man's a superstar. You can't call him a superstar and then act like he's just pigeonholed to one certain group of people, man. That's so stupid, man. I ain't hearing shit like that. But hey, man, Devin, man, like I said, man, Devin needs to go to Ryan, man. If he wants the money, he needs to go to Ryan. If he wants legacy, he's gonna have to take that haircut, man. I know, I know. If you're viewing Ryan as a cheater, you know you feel like you've been done
if
wrong.
you're viewing Ryan as a cheater, is he a cheater to you or not?
To me, he's not. To
Oh
me, you
wow,
already know my stance.
wow.
You know, hey, to me, it was the weight cutting pills that they gave him. It is what it is. That's my stance. You know, that's neither here nor there. He's doing a suspension.
What do you mean weight
But
cutting pills, my bro? He popped for Ostarine. There's no such thing as weight cutting pills with Ostarine in them.
they said, hey, he said Scooter gave him a set of supplements to take to lose weight altogether, and that's what we're going
My
with,
bro,
bro. Whatever.
remember
Like
that
I said,
he
Ness,
submitted the
that's
supplements
neither
and it
here
was
nor
not
there.
good.
I'm telling you how the public looks at it, bro. You're getting stuck on one small thing.
No, I'm getting
You
stuck
know.
on you trying to live in a narrative.
No, I'm telling you how people are viewing it. You're either of the view that Ryan didn't cheat, or you're either of the view that Devin got cheated. That's the only two roads, you know. But the only common denominator is everybody watched the ass whooping. That's the
Common
only thing you can't erase.
The common
You know,
denominator is that what you can't erase is that Ryan cheated and he's suspended, can't make money for an
man,
entire year.
I could go right now online and watch Devin get knocked out multiple times, not block a left, have a horrible game plan, and just be outclassed by a guy that was tired in the third round.
Hey,
You
he
know,
cheated. He cheated.
Ness, that's what we see. So like you have to get it, man. He's gotta have to take the haircut, bro. Nobody's gonna give him that kind of money. I'm not saying he don't deserve that kind of money, Ness. I'm with reality. This is what they're gonna use against him, not to give it to him. I hope you understand that. I'm not trying to say Devin's not worth
Yeah,
whatever he
and
wants.
that's
He's worth 10
fine.
million
That's
if
fine.
that's what he wants.
They could try to do whatever they want, but it's his job not to fold.
Yeah, but
you can't
where are
force
you gonna go
nobody.
with all the avenues?
You can't
You're
force
burning up
nobody to.
bridges. You end up in an island, my dog. What's he gonna do?
He obviously ain't burned no bridges if Eddie keep trying to go back to that Devin Haney well.
Yeah, but he's going
And let me
back there
tell
for
you,
nickels.
and
He's
let me
going
tell
for
you
dead
something.
donations, not dead dollars.
And let me tell you something. If he needs to worry about it, you tell me who else they gonna get to go to Australia. Cause it ain't everybody that do what Devin do. We all know that. So it is what it is. You could try to, do what you're doing, which is always minimize, but it ain't gonna work.
Hey, before I get out of here, Ness, hey man, what's this thing? And I'm a Bud guy, but people are spreading false narratives that Bud slapped Tio. Nah, man, you could clearly see Tio slap Bud's hand away. And we need to talk about that, man. Bud needs to beat his ass. I don't know what's going on here, man. That needs to be a fight. That needs to happen.
I don't want to talk about
Like,
that shit because these dudes is weird to me, man. Like, how you got energy for a dude in person, but you won't want to fight him? Like make the fight. You the A side. You could make the fight, but you trying to slap him at a fight. Like I don't get that. Like he's disrespectful, so you're not gonna give him the fight, but you will slap him and walk down on him. Like I don't get this shit. It's the whole Earl Spence thing all over again with Keith Thurman. I'm not fighting that dude. Like what type of weird shit is that, bro? I didn't come up like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you didn't like me, we fought.
I'm with you, dog. I'm with you. I'm a Bud fan, but this man slapped my hand. This man disrespected me in my face, and I'm not gonna fight him. I mean, we ain't gonna fight in the street. We're professionals, man. This
That's
ain't,
not but that who got the street energy? Is it Bud or Tio? Bud out here doing
Bud,
Bud need to send a
Bud,
fucking
Bud.
offer instead of fucking, doing whatever the hell he calls himself doing. I don't know.
Yeah, man. I think he beats the shit out of Tio, but hey, we ain't never gonna see him. Like I said, that all these people got these goddamn weird morals. Get the fight on, man. Iron sharp as iron, dog. Throw him to the wolves, dog. Everybody sacrifice, bro. Fuck all this protecting people. How we gonna get the best fight? You protect everybody. Oh, one more thing, dog. Don't worry about Christmas, man. Go ahead and do whatever you got to do in December. If Tank fights anybody, it's gonna be another can, bro. Just take your vacation. It won't be worth it. He ain't fighting no name. I'm out.
We'll see, man. We'll see.
Yo, before you go to the next call, it's 9 o'clock on the East Coast.
You may feel like it's your
I gotta
time,
get up out of here.
but it's not your
King
time.
Amina Best 1 on IG, King Amina Best 1 on Twitter, Championship Rounds on YouTube. I'll see y'all fellas in the morning. Peace.
Peace.
All right. Al in the Bay, what do you say?
Yo, 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 what's up?
What up?
Yeah. But yeah, man, I don't think yeah, he shouldn't get 4 million for a tune up, you know. He, either he gonna go straight into the fight and get his money on, or he gonna get a tune up, you know. I think I think he's just mentally hurt. His pride is hurt because, he was known for dominating, with the jab and, you know, slick and boxing. And once he realized he can't do that to everybody, and, it's kind of like ruin his self esteem a little bit. And that little scuffle at the at the fairground, that didn't even help. That made it even worse. Cause you couldn't even though it was like a lazy jab, you couldn't even drop somebody who don't box at a fairground. So it's like all this stuff is like, I think he's just mentally not prepared to go into a big fight. But he won't get paid like he want to go into a big fight. And I don't think that should be possible, because if you're gonna get 4 million for a tuna, what you think you're gonna get for Tio? You want 10 million, you want 15 million? That's not realistic. Um, so he just need to be realistic, and if he gonna fight a tune up, go ahead. Take the little cut, just make $1 million and then, go right into a big fight. But if you want that big money, yeah, man, you gonna have to go into that big fight. And I don't think he's ready for that big fight. I think he's still mentally not there. That's why he was gonna take the year off, because his mind is mentally not there. That's my call.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. Al in the Bay, what do you say? What we got next? Majid, what up? Majid.
Yeah, yo, what up? Y'all can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for something. Um, I ain't catch all information. Did he not make the fight, or we just talking about that's what's on demand? Like that's how much he want?
Nah, Eddie said the fight's not gonna happen because he won too much.
Oh, all right. So, yeah, that last dude, like I don't know. I felt like what he was saying, it kind of ain't make no sense. Like. It's just it's like a formula. Like Devin Haney had his fight at home, right? And they
Yeah.
said that shit sold out. I'm like, I don't know if the numbers is correct, but like, what did he like generate like 1.7 mil or some shit like that? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it like I don't know if that's correct, because I ain't have enough time to fact check. You call mad fast. I mean, answer my shit mad fast. But if he ain't generating all of those seats, you know what I'm saying? I mean, all that money with a sold out arena, he don't have him a premium opponent to even bring home. So I would have assumed that, he would even had to fight overseas to get the money that they were gonna offer him and shit. But I feel like, with his brand and where he want to get paid, all that, like, he's still moving as an independent contractor. Like, you ain't really signing to nobody. So I don't believe that people just gonna invest in him like, yeah, you this money guy, you gonna make this money, boom, we could do it. So I think that they just need to be real. about, they ticket sales, if they was to bring it home, the quality of opponent and all that. You can't say you want X amount for a tune-up. Like, you got to be real with what your worth is. And only him and his team know, and Eddie Hearn and all of them, how much these dudes generate, for the events and shit. And then with the pay-per-view sales, like, like, is it going to have to be on pay-per-view? Will he make the money back? It's mad variables that they got to really look at and answer. I could be wrong about all this shit, but I think that, what I'm saying, they just got to be realistic with their number. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might have to take that smaller money. Like, if the market ain't there, like they said, they called your show before, Ness, and said that they could make a fight, but then they got a network shop. So it looked like he got to find an opponent in network shop or some shit, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to them, man. But just really look at it and, I don't know, maybe take some more time out to figure it out. But that's all I got, man.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. Looks like we got Jerry Soriano. He says, TBB just sent you a video on Discord. Let him cook. $2. And that looks like everybody. Nest GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Till the next one, tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Oh, wait a minute. I ain't see you there, Harlem. My bad. My bad. Let me double check if that's Harlem World. While I am pulling up this number, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. It's free. It's free. That is actually a new caller. What's up? Who's this? You're 646. Alrighty then. Nest GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Tone. Where can they find?
Two-Tone Superstar, all platforms.
We out.
Hey.